Since the dawn of time, the dragon has been a part of the collective imagination, both in the West and in the East. While many consider it a purely legendary creature, some scientists, including Cuvier in the 18th century, claimed that it once existed. Dwelling in caves or guarding treasures, endowed with supernatural powers, the dragon is regarded as the most powerful of all fantastical animals. It has a massive body covered with scales, sturdy legs adorned with eagle claws, and large bat-like wings. Its head, with demonic eyes and a fire-breathing maw, is small, squat, and sometimes topped with long pointed horns. It is said that its lizard-like tail, when violently whipped, can annihilate an elephant. The Apocalypse is the most widespread book of the Bible in the Middle Ages. Beautifully illustrated with illuminations, it reveals the revelations that God made to the Apostle John. Among all the visions reported in images by the monk scribes, the most terrifying is that of the dragon. With its blood-red robe, symbolizing the death it spreads, it represents the power of Satan. Before men kneeling before him, the monster stretches its neck. 7 heads crowned with diadems and bearing 10 horns are attached to it, with gaping jaws from which jets of fire emerge. This allegorical vision suggests that the world's riches belong to the powerful. More vilely, the dragon expresses its lustful appetite by sweeping away the stars with its forked tail. As a symbol of power and valor, the dragon has transmitted these values to many conquerors. When the Vikings set out to conquer Europe, they adorned the prow of their drakars with a dragon. The horsemen of the steppes, the Roman army, and the regiments of the Ancien regime adopted the dragon as their emblem, even taking its name. In ancient Greece, the philosopher Philostratus claimed that to become sorcerers and seers, Arabs ate the heart and liver of dragons. Pliny and some ancient naturalists assured that a fabulous stone, the draconite, was found in the heads of these legendary animals. To obtain it, the dragon had to be put to sleep before cutting off its head. In the 16th century, the Red Dragon was undoubtedly the reference grimoire for witches. It taught the art of commanding celestial, aerial, terrestrial, and infernal spirits, and revealed the true secrets for making the dead speak, winning the lottery every time one played, or discovering hidden treasures. Other magical books prescribed the most mysterious recipes. The alchemist D'Espagnet, describing the Garden of the Wise, placed at its entrance a fountain fed by 7 sources. He said that the dragon must drink from it the magical number of 3 times 7, and 3 types of flowers must be found and picked for the magic to work. The son of a high-born Cappadocian family, George lived in the 4th century in Lydda, Palestine, where he was raised in the Christian faith by his mother. At 18, he embarked on a military career and quickly became a tribune of the Imperial Guard. While riding in Pamphylia, now Antalya in Turkey, after a victorious campaign, the young man was warned that a terrible dragon was terrorizing the population and was about to sacrifice Aia, the king's daughter. Moved by the strength his faith gave him, George rode towards the fearsome creature, brandished his lance, and struck the beast's flanks. The creature resisted and seemed invincible. Then, God intervened to banish the evil. George invoked the Lord, and a miracle occurred. While the Jade Emperor held audience in the Celestial Palace, the tiger, phoenix, and dragon came to complain of being threatened by humans. The Emperor ordered,
"Return home and send one of your vassals to my palace at the 5th hour of dawn. I will choose the first to arrive as a symbol to designate the year of man's birth."
Immediately, the animals departed for their respective realms. At dawn, gathered in front of the palace, they all rushed in as soon as the door opened. The rat was the first to slip in. The ox followed, running, before the tiger leapt in, then came the rabbit. The dragon became angry. Wasn't he the most powerful animal on earth? He decided to use his supernatural powers, rose into the air, and crossed the sky. Finally, he landed in the palace and arrived fifth among his peers. Others followed, and when the 12th took their place, they were enough to represent a year each for 12 years. This is how, according to this legend, the Chinese zodiac was born.
According to Japanese legend, Yamato no Orochi was a fearsome dragon with 8 heads and a gigantic body in which a giant bell was hidden. Every time the dragon stirred, the bell resonated 108 times. The monstrous creature living in the Izumo River terrorized the surrounding population. Each year, it demanded the sacrifice of a young girl, whom it devoured. Soon it was Princess Kusinada Heime's turn to meet this fate. In the face of the king and queen's despair, Susanoo-no-Mikoto, god of the ocean, the moon, and storms, recently exiled from the celestial kingdom and descended to earth, promised to save the princess in exchange for her hand. Tricking the creature, Susanoo-no-Mikoto placed 8 large jars filled with sake on the shore. The monster, attracted by the alcohol, plunged its 8 heads into them and soon, intoxicated by the content, fell asleep. Then, with a single stroke of his sword, Susanoo-no-Mikoto severed the dragon's heads. In the dragon's tail, the god of the ocean found a sword. Immediately, a mass of clouds formed above the victor. This heroic weapon was called Amano Murakumo no Tsurugi, the sword of the gathering clouds.
The 26th of the 72 demons cited in the Lemegton, a grimoire of ritual magic written in English in the 17th century by an anonymous author, Bune is a powerful devil depicted as a 3-headed dragon, one of which is a human figure. Grand Duke of Hell, he communicates only through signs. He haunts cemeteries, moves corpses, and gathers demons on tombs. Known to grant wealth and eloquence to those who serve him, Bune never deceives them and remains faithful to his commitments. He commands 30 legions of bunnies, malevolent, powerful, and numerous demons. Feared by Tartarians, they are, however, appreciated by sorcerers who do not hesitate to tame them, boasting that it is thanks to the bunnies that they can predict the future.